Hello, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Chat with Neely and a gray circle. Lindsey is here. We're just, rushing at the last minute to get everything put together, like usual.
Yeah, hi y'all. I am here. Hello. Hi. How's it going? I'm here. Doing the things.
Yes, we are. Marie is here, gold star for being first. Patty is here. Hello. Dustin is here. Lisa is here. Chris Bear is here. Yeah, get yourself put together.
I am struggling today.
Okay, Dustin says, I'm getting ready to walk into Walmart. Wish me luck. Ooh, that's
I feel
gonna
like
be
you
fun.
were going to Walmart the last time we were on live.
I know. Maybe today is the Walmart day. Wednesday.
Walmart Wednesday.
I just saw that RX Sugar is starting to sell their bars that I've sampled before on a video. They're starting to sell them in Walmart.
Yeah.
I think.
I have seen RX bars in our grocery stores for a little while now. I want to say maybe for more than a little while, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Also,
it's exciting.
It is exciting. I can't believe today is April 10th. I this morning woke up and believed with every fiber of my being that today was April 9th.
Oh, I've done that.
Okay, we're doing the things. We got this. Life is great. It's the 9th. And now we are officially double digits into the month. And I was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Where did what?
Yeah.
I'm having struggles today, y'all.
It's understandable. But because it is April 10th and not April 9th, we can share some exciting news.
We sure can.
It's so beautiful. Wait, I have to get it in the same order. No, I can't do it.
I don't feel like we have to. I feel like it's a choose your own adventure.
All we have to do is switch these two, and then it would be in the right order. Wait, hold on.
I'm so glad that you're willing to switch to whatever I'm doing because my brain is not functioning all the way.
No, this is our thumbnail. All right, so if you haven't heard, which you probably already have, the spring flavors or fan favorite variety pack is back at Keto Chow.
It sure is.
All flavors that have previously been released and then sold out. A lot of them selling out very fast because they are much loved flavors. So we have chocolate malt or butterscotch.
I was going to say, like, if you don't get butterscotch this go around, you are going to be kicking yourself.
Yes. And the butterscotch is available in the big bags as well as the small bags. And then the orange cream is available in the big bags as well as the small bags.
This one makes amazing ice cream floats.
Yeah, I need to do that. I haven't done that yet. I had an orange cream yesterday for lunch and it was fantastic. And then I had birthday cake for breakfast.
I'm having birthday cake for my lunch.
Nice. That's a great sentence to say. I had birthday cake for breakfast.
That's right.
Let's see. So
I think I love all of them.
Malt. I love chocolate malt. It's one of my very favorites. So I recommend very strongly the chocolate malt. What is your favorite, Lindsey, of these that got re-released?
Of those four, it's butterscotch, hands down.
Butterscotch. Okay, yeah. Butterscotch is also very good. I mean, honestly, I like all of these flavors. I'm very happy with all of them.
Oh, for sure. I will say, I'm a one-track mind person. So, I still can't ever peel away from chocolate core with stevia and blueberry pie as my two, tied for first place. Nothing has beaten those for me, but in the top 5 is for sure butterscotch.
Yes.
Hands down. Love. But also there's so many flavors that it's really you're getting down to the nitty gritty if you're trying to rank them in order of deliciousness. You pretty much just say here's my top 1, AKA 2. And then everything else ties into 3rd, 4th, and 5th place.
Yes. Well, and it's kind of like apples and oranges. You can't compare because it's how do you compare chocolate peanut butter with raspberry cheesecake? they're just different.
They're very different,
They're
and
just
they
different.
serve super awesome functions in the keto chow lineup. Also,
Yes.
can I just tell you, like, I had this feeling in my heart the other day. I was like, I cannot wait until all of them are in this packaging, and I have a desperate desire to have one of every flavor in the new packaging and then line them up in rainbow order.
Okay, I sent this picture to Lynette yesterday.
Why are we the same?
I sent it to Lynette and I was like, why does this make me so happy? Because as soon as I got like the blue,
You were like,
blue
it
and the
is
black
done.
orange, like it, I have the rainbow now. I mean, it will be epic when we have all of it, but
For
we're
sure.
getting
For
closer.
sure.
We're inching our way to the full rainbow.
Every season we. Okay, I'm gonna not try to sing a song.
Oh goodness. Okay, Sing It wants to know what's in the cups.
So I have black decaf coffee in a new mug.
Ooh.
I'm super jazzed. It's such a cool
Ooh,
mug.
nice.
And then I've got birthday cake keto chow. And I did try to make it more as a birthday cake shake. And then I remembered why I don't love to have ice cold everything. It's because of all the brain freezies that I acquire.
Yes.
Good time.
I literally just finished my birthday cake shake a few months ago. That was my, we were drinking them at the same time.
I mean, we're twinning.
We are.
Miriam and Chris, they sang happy birthday to each of us today on their live stream announcement.
Yes.
And Miriam said, like, they are twins. It's truth. It is truth.
Yes.
That is
what's the date of your birthday again?
The 18th. We're 10 days apart.
Okay, 10 days apart. Yeah, because I'm the 28th. She's 10 days older than I am, so that's why she's 10 days smarter. So when she's, when she says
We're
something
gonna argue
smart,
that
10 days later, it like, I pick up on it. That's how it works.
It's a good time. It's a good time. I don't feel like the older one, but it's fine. I think it's because I'm less mature than you.
Well, I wouldn't say that. We're just different. Different ways. Taco Tuesday, Walmart Wednesday,
It's all working out.
You gotta have a theme for every day. Sing It's gonna go get keto chow out of the fridge. That is exciting.
Letting it sit is ideal.
Yeah, I usually don't because I'm usually making the milkshake and you can't let that sit and it still be a milkshake. But then there are some times where like I don't finish it and it sits in the fridge for a while and then I'm like, this is really good. This is really good.
This is gooder and I don't know why.
The timing is dropping off the girl at preschool and Chandra at Goodwill. Just got to go to Goodwill. And
I got you.
Walmart. Hey, perfect. Everyone has their thing. Great.
More gooder.
Let's see.
I thought about adding some keto-friendly sprinkles to this to make it super fun colors.
Yes.
Because like those keto sprinkles are actually colored with like natural colors.
Yes.
But then I was like, I got to put this in the fridge for a little while to take some of the chill off because I did try to make it milkshakes. And I was like, but then all the colors are going to bleed the longer that they sit. So I opted not to. And so here we are.
Yes. Oh, okay. So Dustin had a question. Are there RX bars without dates? Okay. We were talking about RX sugar bars, which is different from RX bars.
Accurate.
So RX sugar is that they make allulose, and you can just buy, bulk allulose or little sticks of allulose. They have different allulose products, and they have bars that are chocolate and caramel and mint and all these different ones made with allulose. And so that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, and the RX sugar stuff is going to be over probably like in the pharmacy area where they've got like the protein powders and like what are those Larry and something or other cookies that you always think are, you know what I mean? They're like the white package and the blue lettering and you're like, oh, okay. And then you really look at it and you're like, oh, no, thank you. No.
The diabetic friendly section.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. And Lisa is asking, what are your favorite RX bars? Okay. So they have chocolate and they're all chewy, like a really chewy with a chocolate coating on the outside. There's one that's just chocolate, so chewy chocolate with chewy chocolate on the outside, and then caramel chocolate on the outside, chocolate mint with chocolate on the outside, and then vanilla cream with chocolate on the outside. I think of all of them, it's a toss-up between the caramel and the brownie mint, I think. Chocolate mint. They're both
I
but they're all good.
Yeah, I would struggle like mint for some reason. That one is just always, oh, it just hits my heart in such a great way. So I
Yeah.
think that's why I loved the keto chow peppermint flavor so much.
Yes.
Love mint.
And I do have a discount code if you order online. I mean, of course, now you can get the bars at Walmart and such. But if you do order online, I have a coupon code. I think it's 20% off a $45 order or more or something like that. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's in the description of all my videos. So if you're wanting to order, there is a coupon code. Ooh, Dustin has the butterscotch keto chow warm at night. I haven't tried that.
Love it as a steamer. So stinking good. I just actually turned one of the caramel chocolate malt into a creamy. So it's sitting in the freezer, lidless right now, so it doesn't develop the little art
Oh,
or the
no,
little
yeah.
mountain top. So it's in there, and I might, if it might be frozen by dinner time. It might be frozen this evening after I put the girls to bed, but we'll see.
We could always do butterscotch with added scotch.
Oh,
Doubled
yeah.
scotch.
You make your choices as you will.
Yeah. Okay. Tied for first place. Didn't know that there was a Tide Pod flavored keto chow. I saw a great reel on Instagram the other day, and it was a guy getting on, like, being serious, like, I'm turning over a new leaf. I've got to get this under control, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I've been addicted to Tide Pods since 2000, whatever it was. And it was a whole serious video about how he was going to get clean from Tide Pods. It's like, no one else is doing it anymore. I'm the only one. I just can't stop. It was a joke, obviously. It was great.
mean, the fact that he survived that many years of Tide Pod chewing is amazing.
Oh, goodness. Ooh. Sing It says, butterscotch for sure, enjoying a little cereal milk right now. Yeah, their fruity
Nice.
cereal is still in stock. You can also grab that. Yeah, I was texting with Lynette, and because I was wanting to know, I was like, these are the spring flavors, right? There's not more coming out. Like, that would be crazy. And she's like, yeah, these are the spring flavors. And I was like, well, I say these flavors are better than guava grapefruit any day. Was anyone on the edge of their seat waiting for guava grapefruit to come back?
I feel like orange mango was pretty tasty.
Yeah, yeah. But when you have orange cream.
I mean, orange cream, hands down, winner chicken dinner right there. But
And then would you want orange mango or butterscotch? I mean,
butterscotch for
come
sure.
on.
For
Come
sure.
on.
But I also have to say, I appreciate that instead of like holding off on chocolate malt and butterscotch until like the fall time, like whenever they originally released this, we only had to wait how many months for this? Like 6 months. That's it.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting until it came around in fall. I appreciate that they gave us these two, even though they kind of sound like warmer flavors to me. I'm glad that they gave them to us for now.
They are anytime, all the time flavors. I mean, honestly, I can't see how they won't end up being permanent flavors. Like, that doesn't make sense. That same with birthday cake. I like the birthday cake.
I agree. Well, whenever Chris and Miriam were talking on their Monday video this past like a week ago, 10 days ago.
Whenever.
Right. They had like the market or whoever was editing the video kept popping up like little
oh yeah.
The new packaging. And I texted Chris and I was like, listen, man, I saw a new package of birthday cake. You got things to share? You got things to say? And he was like, oh, they probably just put in a new one of that. And, and he was like, there's a new package appearance from like a retired flavor or a discontinued flavor. And I'm like,
Yeah, I saw the root beer new package.
That's what it was. It was root beer. I was like, that's allowed, but also I have questions.
Yeah. Well, you called it. You called it. You knew it.
I am suspicious.
Yeah. Hayden says, what? Go ahead.
What does he call it? Something evasive. purposefully evasive or deliberately evasive, but we can also be deliberately suspicious.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hayden says, I must be the only weird one. I never really liked anything called birthday cake. That is weird in my opinion, but my husband is also that way. And I do think it's weird, but that means I get all the birthday cake keto chows. So I don't have to fight him for it. So it works. More for us.
Ta-da!
And Chris says we can still be friends.
We can still be friends. Well, and I think that's the thing of it. Like, I don't care for gum. Like, chewing gum, never cared for it. Was never my jam. And I would always say, like, people would be like, you're crazy for not liking gum. And I'd say, yeah, but that just means there's more for you.
Exactly. If everyone liked the same things, there wouldn't be enough.
There would not be enough, and everybody would just be vicious.
Yeah. Yeah, Dustin says that the Tide Pods would make a great April Fool's flavor. That would be awesome.
I feel like the Keto Quest game, though.
That was pretty epic.
That was pretty fantastical.
April Fool's comes around every year.
It sure does.
You gotta, be on your toes, think of something new. Oh, I didn't ever say what was in my cup. We moved on. I have coffee. It is half decaf and it has cream.
Is this your one serving of cream, even though you had the birthday cake keto chow today?
So in the beginning, he said that I could still have cream in my coffee from the very beginning. I didn't have to give that up. So my birthday cake keto chow was my one dairy serving, and then this is my cream in my coffee serving. So I'm following the rules, okay? Don't try to call me out.
I would have said, yeah, it is another serving of dairy, and what are you going to do about it? I'm a rebel.
Okay. So it's half decaf, and I am officially back to drinking coffee on a regular basis these days. I'm not doing as much caffeine as I used to because it messes up my heart rate when I'm still dealing with all that stuff. But I just can't say that my life is better without coffee. I just can't. So
I can say that my life is great with coffee, whether it's caffeinated or decaffeinated. So for me, I mean, it's just more expensive to go the decaf route than it is to go with the regular beans or the regular coffee path because it just is.
Yeah. So when I go off of coffee, I get pretty quickly to the point where I'm not craving it. I'm not like, oh, I want coffee so bad. I'm fine. Like my energy is not as good, but I'm not just sitting there like craving coffee. But since I started drinking it again, I like wake up in the morning and I remember that I'm gonna have coffee and it makes me so happy. And I'm like, this has got to be good for my health. And now you could call me an addict. That's fine. Although I have proven that I can go off of it and be fine, but life is better with it. It's like I could stop hugging my children and survive, but life is better when I hug my children. So
yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you there. My favorite thing to wake up to, like we sleep with our door closed and I can still at around 5:40 a.m. smell the coffee start to brew. And there is nothing. I mean, like sometimes I'm awake already and other times I'm not. But whenever that like first little whiff of coffee hits my nostrils, I'm like, oh,
so glorious.
It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with enjoying coffee and looking forward to it. Some people will think that that's like a deficiency. If you like really enjoy food, you're not as evolved as some people. If you have to see food as fuel from the gas station, unless, otherwise you are just a lesser human being. And you know what? I'm really fine with being a lesser human being. It's really hard being a higher human being or a more human being. It's a lot of work, and I'd rather just settle for being a lesser one.
For sure. Also, if you're feeling like food is only fuel from the gas station, you need to make sure that you're not getting ethanol loaded gas. Just
That's true.
Go with the unleaded and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have an emotional connection to filling up your gas tank with gas, you shouldn't have an emotional connection to the food you put in your mouth. Right. Come on, people, be better.
Do better. Hey, so as a total tangent, tangent, we're gonna stick with that one.
Yes.
Did anybody go see the eclipse? I mean, I know you didn't because you were not anywhere near the path, but
No, not even close.
we did. We drove about an hour and a half away, hour and 45 minutes away to go and just bask in the experience of the total eclipse. It was amazing.
That
And
is cool.
so I want to know how everybody else experienced the eclipse, if they were in the within some area of the path.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I was just looking forward to the world ending, and that didn't happen. So bummer there.
You did what? I'm sorry.
I was looking forward to the world ending. We weren't going to see the eclipse.
That's
Like,
right.
if the world ended, we would experience that, but that didn't
Oh,
happen.
he
So
comes.
Donna says that all those flavors are delicious, but the chocolate malt is chef's kiss. I agree. I know it's not Lindsay's favorite in the top
It's
favorite,
good.
but it's one of my absolute favorites.
It's good.
Yeah.
But there is just something about chocolate core with tallow and the
good.
donut frosting flavor that it pours forth into your mouth. And it's just, and I used to work at a donut shop in college. So I've got, like nostalgic ties to that. And blueberry pie is just amazing. That's just a full stop. It's just amazing.
It is a good one. It's a really good one. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Charlotte's birthday is on the 26th. Happy birthday. Yay! Yeah, so it's been commented on before, but we don't sing happy birthday on our live streams. We just, we'll leave that to the professionals.
Accurate.
But we could say happy birthday. Blaze ordered the birthday cake keto chow. So exciting. Okay, so I was gonna chat about, just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that I need to address. Okay, I've started a new obsession, or I've come down with a new obsession.
Wait a minute.
And it's not keto chow.
I need you to think super carefully about this, because the moment you share your obsession, it is going to consume my entire life.
Okay, hopefully it won't consume your entire life. Okay, so I think it probably has something to do with the health issues that I'm dealing with, because I'm dealing with hyperthyroid, overactive thyroid, and that causes your body just to move faster,
do all the things
faster. And so I have become obsessed with like fidget squishy things.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Well, and I was like, is this how Lindsay feels all the time? Yes. Because you're the one bouncing on the bouncy ball and like having to stand during the live chats. And I was like,
I cannot not. I got to do all the things with all the things.
Yes. Okay. So I'm like, anytime I'm like sitting watching something on a screen or whatever, I'm just, squeezing my thing. I think it's probably good for like
squeezing your stress ball.
It's probably good for your like arm strength, and
for sure.
It's probably developing ultimately, strength. But I'm like, I just have to like keep moving.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's this brand called Needoh, Needoh.
Okay.
I'm just obsessed with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So weird.
Anything fidgety whatsoever for me, I'm all in. Like, I really like clicky things, like clicky pens, or popping the lid off of a pen and snapping it. Or so the silicone hot pads.
Yes.
For removing things from the oven.
Yes.
Obviously. Well, they make the ones that are the little
yes,
crab hands. So we call those tickle crabs at our house, just like Bluey from the TV show Bluey. And so we just kind of go around just with hands like this, just making our little crab hands. We do all kinds of fun things.
Yeah.
All kinds of them. It's just hard to sit still.
Yeah. That's my new thing. All the time.
Awesome. So have you found any other types besides the squeezy stress balls?
Not yet. Not yet. This has been the main thing that I've focused on so far. We got to explore that, and then maybe we can move on. Charity got like a clicky fidget toy. It's like old-fashioned computer keys, like 4 of them, and she loves it, and it drives everyone else insane.
And it's just one of those things where just like the feeling of the actual like vibrations from the
Yes,
movement in the air just feel
yes. Along with the sound, like, all of it together, it's just like,
right.
"This is good." Only if you're the
Overall.
one doing it. If you're the one
Oh,
just
for
listening to
sure.
it, no.
Oh yeah, it's like getting bubble wrap, and if you're the
Mm,
one that
yes,
gets to pop the bubbles on the coveted bubble wrap, then man, is it just the best thing ever. And then
yes.
everybody else is just sour.
Let's see. Chris says, "I would still like somebody to bring back red and black licorice keto chow
Someday,
flavors."
someday, not
Oh,
somebody.
someday, not someone. That would not make sense. But it'll be a long while. Yeah, someday. I never got to try those, so I would really like that. And Jeff loves black licorice, so I would like to see him try the black licorice one someday. That would be exciting. Let's see. So, oh, and Chris says, by the way, we ordered the chocolate malt and the butterscotch almost immediately after they sold out. It just takes so long to get them. Yeah. What was that like?
I
It was
yeah.
last Christmassy time. So, I
Yeah, it
mean, that's
was
it's not terrible. Less than a year
no.
is good,
Yeah,
but yeah, it does make sense that it takes time to do that stuff. We're used to the Amazon world where you can order something and get it same day, next day.
right.
Come on. Oh, this is awesome. Dustin says at the Elkhart meetup that they did on Saturday with the two crazy ketos, someone brought Joe 3 packets of grape keto chow. That's
And
the
did
one
he
that
promise them Peyton in exchange?
that's the one that Joe likes, but Rachel hates, right?
Yes, and I think is it Miriam who also is grape
Possibly.
flavor?
Sounds right. That sounds right. That's another one that I have not tried. So someday. Someday. Um oh, yes, Donna was asking on the Keto Chow live stream last night if the Redmond tour that we're doing is
Hmm.
open to more people. And I have not been able to find that out yet, but I will contact them and see. I have no idea like how many people they're able to take at a time. I have no
Sure.
we shall find out.
And we are still trying to work all of the things out, but
Yes.
as it stands right now, we're looking pretty a-okay on it being a full-blown Neely and Lindsey family adventure.
Yes. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be so epic. Um, okay, let's see. Lisa's asking, what brand and flavor do you use for your non-dairy creamer mix? Okay, so brand and flavor. I don't use Keto Chow for a creamer mix, so I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but the creamer mix that I make is collagen, MCT oil powder, and coconut milk powder. And I use the micro ingredients brand coconut milk powder and MCT oil powder. I do think that brand is superior as far as creaminess, especially with the MCT powder. So I do recommend that. I tried the Anthony's MCT powder. It was not great. Not great. So, and then the collagen, it doesn't really matter which brand of collagen. I use custom collagen.
That's the one I use.
Big bags of those.
Oh yeah, the 5-pound bags last a good long while.
Yes. Oh, and they had an amazing sale a while back. I don't remember if it was like Easter or Memorial Day or something, and I stocked up because it was a really good sale.
Was it?
So keep an eye on that.
I get mine on subscribe and save, and I only have to reorder it about once every year or so right now, just because it's not like a primary focus for me. I feel
Yes.
like whenever I first went on to the keto lifestyle, collagen was a huge deal, and it's kind of
Yes.
like it's
And
like
on
the
Team
tide.
Healthy Mama, it was a huge deal.
Oh, huge. And I feel like things kind of like come in and out of fashion. And
Yes.
even though like they're still in fashion or in the limelight, it's like for me personally, like at some points, like skinny jeans are all the rage, and then it's like only my boot cuts will do, and then it comes back around.
Yeah.
It's the same way with a lot of these ingredients. And I mostly only use it in my in my like low carb flour mix
Oh,
that I
okay.
make.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great product, the Custom Collagen brand.
Yeah. So I have a video coming out tomorrow where I make a version of the keto crackers from Low Carb Spin.
Nice.
I did it dairy free and turned out so good.
Did
Spoiler
they?
alert. Oh my gosh, so good. I've been eating them every day. They're delicious. Anyways, that recipe has collagen in it. So that's a
Mm.
good one. Because collagen is not something that you're gonna break down or lose the benefits from heating up.
Hmm.
Some things, you know, like MCT oils, they say don't heat it, you know, stuff like that. But collagen is one where you can heat it or not, and you still are going to get the benefits from it. So that again, so like you, I haven't been using a lot of collagen. I used to put it in my coffee all the time, except for the creamer mix. I don't have a regular rotation of how I use it unless it's
Yeah.
a recipe. I should just like add it to keto chow or something just to keep getting it in
Use
'cause
it.
it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like, yeah. I go back and forth. Like I'll use some of the custom collagen and then I'll remember like, oh yeah, I've got my keto collagen from Perfect Keto. I would like to continue using that too. It's just not it's so hard whenever there's so many things. And when I
Yes.
moved over to just black coffee, it really reduced the things that I consume
Yes.
on a regular basis.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. I just like the uncomplicated nature of black coffee. And sometimes I'm thinking maybe I should add more stuff to my coffee. And then I start adding things to my coffee and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a lot of work. And then once it was back when I went on Whole30 years and years ago, and it was the first time that I didn't have sweetener in my coffee. And after that, I was like, I don't like sweetener in my coffee. Like I had been just doing it because I never had coffee without sweetener before that. That's just
Right.
how I always
Yeah.
had coffee. And then it wasn't until I went off of it to realize I don't even like the sweetener in it. Like even, you know, like back in the day when I used to have Starbucks sweetened stuff, like even that I don't like. So weird.
Yeah.
Well, and it does make it a lot simpler when you can just make coffee and throw in some cream and that's it.
I'm not gonna lie, it does feel pretty awesome. Like if you go to a coffee shop and you're like, I'll just take some coffee. And
Yeah.
they're like, what kind? Just the coffee. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody back here with their complicated orders. No. I'll give you a break.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm better than everybody.
Exactly.
That's really what
Exactly. Just start with that. So I'm better than everyone. I will have
I have a humble brag. I'll just take black coffee, please.
Yeah.
That's right. Here, you can use my cup as we go. That way
Yeah.
I'm saving the environment too.
Yes, both. Wow. That's a good person.
I'm a mess. I am just kidding, just so everybody knows. I do not believe I am better than anybody.
Beth says I had to cut my caffeine significantly because of my heart condition. That is sad. However, I refuse to give up chocolate. Oh, you got to draw the line somewhere.
I mean, it's one of those things. You got to make the decision, and you did not choose poorly. I can say that much.
Yeah. Lisa says I enjoy coffee and meat. Same. Coffee and meat are two. There was a reel I saw the other day, and it was a guy going around asking if you if you went vegan and never had to pay taxes again, would you do it?
No.
And well, I think he was at, you know, some country thing, and everyone was like, nope, I just paid. And that's a hard decision. Like, wow, but it would be hard. It would be real hard to give up meat.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Not gonna.
Especially as far down the rabbit hole as we've gone. You know, there was a time maybe where I would have been like, sure, you know, like, because I wasn't as firm in my belief about how healthy meat was. But now it's like, there's no going.
So I've kind of thought this through about 8,000 different times and stopped, you know, 2/3 of the way into the thought. But basically, a lot of people talk about how like they've done every diet possible on, you know, their quest for health and everything. And I'm like, you know, I've tried a lot of things, but I have never once in my life ever considered giving up animal products.
Yeah.
Never once.
Yeah.
Giving up vegetables, that's easy. Giving
Yeah.
up animal products? I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
There was
never considered going vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah. I definitely considered it at points, but it it would have been real hard to really pull the trigger on it, and
Yeah.
the only thing that I ever did that was vegan was a week-long juice cleanse thing. But
Mm,
even the person that had put that together and was promoting it was not anti-meat, and they were like, "This is just a cleanse for, a week, and then they thought meat was healthy." So, I wasn't even it was just like a one-week thing, and I was hungry. I was very hungry the whole week.
I I attempted the whole like juicing thing for, like a detox thing after Christmas one year. We were living in Wisconsin, so it was within the past 8 years, and I was literally like 2/3 of a day into it, and I was like, "This is ridiculous and dumb. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it."
Yeah. Oh, did you ever try I forget what it was called, but the one where you do, like, lemon juice and cayenne pepper and like, just drink the thing and oh, I tried that for, like, half a day and I was like, "Oh, I'm done." It's so bad.
It's so
We
funny
I
the
forget what it
things
was
that we are
called.
willing to try.
Yeah,
And it's almost as if we think if we try this one thing, this one hack, then all of a sudden everything magical will happen to our
yeah,
health and we will be well tomorrow.
yeah.
And it's like the only thing that really makes us well is choosing something that is logical and
Sustainable.
yes, and then carrying that out for, a month, a year, a decade.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
It's
uh,
really the boring thing that gets the job
it
done,
is.
because it's like
It
we
is.
wanna do, like, this 30-day cleanse or this week-long cleanse or whatever,
Mhm.
and that be the thing that changes us, but the thing that actually changes us is doing the little thing every single day for a long time,
Yeah.
and that's
Every
super
time.
boring. That's super not exciting, it doesn't get your dopamine going, it's just dull.
It is. It really is. Except
Yeah.
for egg fasts. Those I could
Mm.
do all the time.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. Well, it's weird, I can't eat very many eggs in a sitting, so
Oh.
it's like anytime I do an egg fast, it's just low calorie, which is fine sometimes, but not all the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
can't
is not the
do it.
case. Not the case for Lindsay. Lindsay is like 2,600 calories on an egg fast for one day. Check.
I would die. See, I 'cause, I have my son that is allergic to eggs, and he
Right.
and he has digestive issues if serious issues if he has eggs, and I wonder if there's something about my that I'm not that far down the road, but I just can't eat a lot of eggs.
Maybe so.
They don't
Or
make me sick, they just make me very full, and,
mm,
like, I just can't take another bite of egg.
it's possible also that subconsciously you are trying to protect your son by not overdoing the eggs and therefore overexposing him to eggs.
There you go. It must be because I'm such a good mother.
You're an amazing mom, the best. We took a poll and you
Oh.
won.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so Charlotte said, "The eclipse was very cool in Virginia, and Hayden slept through the eclipse."
Okay, okay. I tell you
Um,
what, was the coolest thing was just like the sudden temperature drop.
yeah, that's crazy.
That was cool. It dropped maybe like 10 or 15 degrees in no time.
Yeah,
We got some video of it and everything, and I was surprised that it wasn't crazier where we were than it was. I mean, like it was, just like another day for
yeah,
everybody. There were most of the schools in the state of Ohio seemed to have gotten off for school, so
that's cool.
yeah,
Once in a lifetime
not
event.
my kids. My kids
Yeah,
still had to do schoolwork in the morning.
yep. Let's see. Beth says, "I have decaf coffee every morning with Whole Earth, MCT oil powder, and heavy cream." That's a good way to start the day. I don't usually use MCT oil powder and cream. If I'm doing dairy free, I'll do the MCT oil powder, but
Sure.
I mean, why wouldn't I? I have the MCT oil powder. I might as well just do both. That sounds good.
Yeah,
Because MCT has its own unique benefits,
it does.
and it's kinda like the collagen. It's like, if we have it, we should use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and just like whip up a batch of your creamer and just have that in the cabinet next to the coffee maker.
Yeah. It's
I
good.
tend to leave everything in the big pantry that's in our hallway instead of putting it in the cabinets where the things naturally should go. Because there's always too many things to fit into the cabinet that we actually use every day. So
Yeah.
decisions.
Let's see. Sing It says, totally about the taste of coffee. Decaf works, but the other day I had 4 ounce to perk up. Whoa, yeah. Helped so much. Then tested positive, explained the tested positive for I would like to know.
Yeah, what did you
Explain the
test
yeah,
positive?
because if it explains the exhaustion, I wanna know what that
I'm
is.
assuming some kind of a
Yeah,
bug, a virus perhaps that
something.
has
Oh, yeah, maybe.
recently been introduced to the world within the past decade.
That makes sense. Chris Bear says, "The difference between 100% total eclipse and 99 is orders of magnitude cooler. I think people who haven't seen totality think 90% is like 90% as cool as totality. It is not. Travel for totality." Yeah. Yeah, I heard
So
that that little bit makes a big difference.
it was awesome. So where we live, we would have had between like 80 and 90% totality. And Jared, he was like, we're really not that far off from the line of totality. This is not going to happen again while we are here. So we should
Yeah.
probably, at least we don't anticipate it happening while we
Yeah.
live here again.
Yeah.
So we should probably go on the adventure. And so we went on the adventure and it was worth it. My friends who'd
Okay.
stayed in town, they were like, yeah, it was so cool. And, you could still see a little like sliver of the sun as it came around. And it was so cool. And then I showed them my videos and they were like, do not show this to my kid. They're going to be devastated.
Yeah. That's cool. It's so weird. Crazy. Dustin said that they had fun with the eclipse. Only gotta wait another 21 years for the next eclipse. That's nothing.
Well, I mean, and the reality is if you have the capacity to travel, you can definitely go see an eclipse every, what is it, like 18 months to 3 years. Somewhere around the world, there's a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse every so many months. So it's possible, but to have it come across the states, like my mom and dad got to see it, and the same day that I got to see it, that was cool because they were in the path of totality as well.
Yeah. Let's see. Hayden is asking, as the 4 flavors are so popular, then why are they still limited time only? There's a whole complicated reason for all of it, and I think depending on how they sell now, it's like they'll move to the next tier because it was, limited edition, sold well, back. Some of them are back in the big bags because they sold a certain amount, some of them are not, and then seeing how they sell now, it's like there's a whole process. And Chris and Miriam did a podcast a week or two ago where they talked about flavors coming back and like all the details behind it. So I recommend going to their YouTube and watching that if you're curious. But it's and like Chris said, it just takes time also. So, to get a flavor to be in stock enough to be permanent, that probably takes a certain amount of time. So even if it sells really well initially, it's not like it's going to automatically become permanent until they have the stock to make it permanent. All that.
Well, and there's also like limitations. It's a food product, therefore eventually it goes out of its best by date. It's also like a commodity that takes up physical space, so they're limited by their physical space at Keto Chow headquarters.
Yes.
And yeah, sales are king. So it's one of those situations where you can influence your
Mhm.
favorite flavors or the flavors that you want the most by showing them via purchasing it. And Chris did mention that they do consider the requests of their people, and that is factored in. But
Yes.
ultimately, sales are king. So the best way for us to vote for our favorite flavors is to vote with our dollars.
Absolutely. Um, Ran Can Cook is looking forward to seeing us in May. That'll be so fun.
So
Has to
excited.
run. Have a great rest of the day. Let's see. Happy birthday to Lindsay.
Ah, it's me. Hey, and it's a big birthday year for both of us.
Yeah.
Because we're twinning.
We're
Always
twinning.
twinning.
Always. No, we're both turning 40.
Yeah, we are.
Exciting. Big year for us.
We will have officially completed 4 full decades of life.
That's not a small accomplishment.
No, I'm super looking forward to the next 2 scores.
Yeah, I've never been one that's like, oh, I'm still 29. Like,
I got these gray hairs and I am loving it.
Yeah, never been that way. Okay, Sing It wants to know about custom collagen and if it is sweetened. The one that I get is not. They do have a few different products, but I don't think they have any that are sweetened that I know of.
Yeah, I've never purchased one that had a sweetener to it. So,
yeah, if you like
the blue package.
Yeah. If you like sweetened collagen, Equip has several. Marigold Foods has several. Actually, I
need to try Marigold Foods.
They're good. They're good. I just ordered the horchata flavor collagen. I was like, that sounds pretty good. So I'm gonna be getting that soon. And then Perfect Keto has collagen, but their collagen also has MCT oil powder in it.
Right.
So it's great if you want both of those things, but if you don't, make sure order from Equip or Marigold, and they all have lots of good flavors.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Anything else we are missing?
Hey, Jennifer Whitting, she just turned 40 yesterday.
Woo, happy birthday. That's awesome. Let's see.
Oh, Jackie. Oh, go ahead.
Dustin's Starbucks. At Starbucks, he sounds like he knows what he's doing. Venti blonde Americano with heavy whipping cream. Yes.
The only time we order the Americanos is if we want decaf.
Yeah.
Because it's way faster than getting a drip coffee on decaf because they have to do a pour over.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So sad that couldn't get the extra nickels together to make the keto chow order with baked potato. Oh yeah. That was a unique flavor.
That was I personally prefer that one over a lot of the other savories, but because of the fact that the funeral potatoes can taste like potato.
I still need to make those.
I just sent out my 2 giveaway packages from my Chow My Chow box, and I did sneak a couple little surprises in there for them, so they might get to try out the baked potato if they haven't already.
Exciting. You're so cool.
I am cool, by golly.
Jackie also asked how I am feeling regarding the hyperthyroid thing. So I am feeling better. I've been on the medication for about a week and a half, and I got my blood test done on Friday. And my levels have gone down a little bit, but not a lot. So my medications have been adjusted, but I am feeling a lot better. Like the last couple of days, I've felt so good. And then I went to exercise class last night and I actually felt strong because one of the hyperthyroid symptoms is like muscle weakness and like the tremors. And so it's like, I feel like I just went to failure with, weightlifting or something and my muscles are shaky. And so I didn't feel strong. Like I went and did some a weightlifting a few weeks ago and I was like, why am I lifting so much less? Like I can't, because I write down my weights and I was like trying to do the same that I did before and I just couldn't do it. I was like, what is wrong with me? And so to feel strong again and be able to do that feels really good. So
yeah,
I'm definitely on the mend, not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. I will say this is how you and we are twinning on like 97% of the things. And then the 3%, we are polar opposites, which makes us work.
Yep.
My thyroid is on the low end of all the things, which is crazy since I am so just like energetic and all constantly moving all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm so jealous of that.
I'm thinking like, what would happen if my thyroid was functioning like right in the middle of any of the different ranges for, like appropriate, typical, normal theatrical, no, thyroid function.
The theatrical thyroid.
The theatrical thyroid. It's so theatrical. It's so dramatic. Like, what would I even be like then? I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, and I was like, if this is how you are low thyroid, imagine if you were hyperthyroid. I mean, God bless your family.
Pray for them.
Yeah, well, and then I'm like, I'm over here hyperthyroid and I'm still struggling with exhaustion. Like, come on.
I mean, I can fall asleep with no help whatsoever.
Mhm.
That is real.
That's a
Like, I mean,
gift.
I can't fall asleep very easily in the middle of the afternoon or something like that unless I'm actively just like trying to not move. But then my brain goes into hyperdrive. So I wind up still moving all the time, and it's fine. It's whatever. But at the end of the day, when it's bedtime, it's like, it is bedtime. We are sleeping. Goodbye. I'll see you at, 5:30 in the morning.
Yep. Dustin says, I did see that Impossible Burger has switched to avocado oil over seed oils. Wow. Still a mess of slop, though. But
I
there,
have questions. I
yeah.
have questions.
I mean, I guess then I'd go ahead and go vegan as long as the Impossible Burger has avocado oil.
I don't feel strong enough convictions about the belief system following a vegan lifestyle to
Yeah,
want to go and say, here is the real thing. Eat the not real thing instead, that's trying to look like the real thing.
right. Well, and of course, you can go vegan and not do that. You can go vegan and eat beans and
Sure,
lentils
sure.
and rice. And I don't want to say that going vegan is wrong for everyone at all time. Like I
For
do think
sure.
people have seen incredible health benefits
Oh,
from
yeah.
doing that kind of thing. I tend to think that long term it can cause nutrient deficiencies and different things unless you're really managing it very effectively. Because
Intentionally.
you can take all kinds of supplements and, figure out the different foods you need to reach all these different goals. Hitting more protein, with vegan, it's pretty hard to hit very high protein without eating just a huge amount of calories.
Yeah.
And so I don't wanna, say anything negative about people who have chosen to go vegan and that have seen health benefits because I do believe that can happen. Yeah. What is it? Robo Crip says I'm a recovering vegetarian. Yes, there are a lot out there. A lot of vegetarians do go back to eating meat.
I'm a recovering sugar monster.
Same, same. Hayden says I tried cashew cheese once. It's still in my nightmares. Yeah, I said this on a video not too long ago, but I was just like, if anyone tells me that a cheese substitute tastes just
Like
like cheese, I just can't believe it. And even on that video, I got comments from people saying, "You've got to try XYZ cheese substitute." And I'm like,
I
still don't believe it.
appreciate the suggestion. Thank you.
It's one of those things where it's like, I'd rather just go without. It's like you can't replace it. It's just irreplaceable. It's kind of like coffee because when I cut out coffee, I was having, the Rasa whatever, and there's different like dandelion root coffee and stuff. And it's just like after a little bit, I was like, there's no point. Why am I doing this? It's not coffee. It doesn't taste as good as coffee. It's
Yeah,
fine, but I wouldn't choose it unless it was tasting like reminding me of coffee.
right.
And at some point, it just isn't worth it. So same with the cheese. It's like I'll use coconut milk to make things creamy, but it's not the same kind of creamy. It's coconut milk creamy.
You remember when almond milk became like a really popular thing and you'd see the Almond Breeze ads on TV or Silk TV ads, and they would pour it on their cereal and the kid would be like, "Oh, this tastes amazing, blah, blah, blah. It tastes just like regular milk." And I'm like, no, no, you're drinking vanilla almond milk that has the sweetener in it. And so you think that it tastes better than regular milk because it's a dessert in a glass, and that's what you're having. or dessert over your cereal that's also dessert. So I like real cow's milk, and I could drink a gallon of it a day if it didn't
Same.
have so much sugar in it.
Yep.
The
Yep.
almond milk, it serves a purpose, but it's not actually milk.
Right. Master Cleanse. That's what it was. That was all the rage for a while. I haven't heard much about the Master Cleanse recently. Oh, and I think they made fun of it on The Office where, Mindy Kaling,
Yeah.
she,
Yeah.
like, fainted because she was on the Master Cleanse. Oh, that was funny.
Bring back that grapefruit diet.
Yeah, right, or
All
the cabbage
sugar,
soup.
all
Oh,
the time.
goodness. Okay, Patty's asking, "Of all the air fryers you've used, what is your favorite? If you say the Dreo Chef Maker, what would be your second favorite?" Okay, Lindsay,
Okay.
you go first.
I literally read this and thought she said the Oreo chef maker, and I thought, where do I get that?
Sounds good.
So I have used Kasori and the what is it? What's the other one that I have?
Instant?
No, no, it's the indoor
Freezer?
grill. Huh?
Oh, Z-Star?
Yes, the Z Star. So I've only used those two, and I like both of them for different functions. I like the Z Star because it's got a broad, like rectangular shaped lift lid style. And I like my Kasori with its big 5.8 quart basket.
Mhm.
Um, I wouldn't mind trying other brands though. It's just one of those deals where it's like I have something that works for me right now, so I don't intend on buying a replacement in order to just test it out
Yeah.
unless something breaks.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so for me, I do really like the Dreo Chef Maker, but it's a smaller size, so for our family, we have multiple air fryers because just that one would be too small, but I do love it for all the functionality. Beyond that, I really like the Instant brand, air
Yeah.
fryers. I've had many different ones, all different sizes, and I've really liked them all. They crisp really well. Um, I think well, right now we have the double one, the
I
2
was thinking
doors,
about that one.
and it's pretty nice because the kids can each, cook their own thing at the same time, which is great. So if you have a big family, that's a good option. If you don't, then this just the single drawer with the window. It's like Clear Cook or something that's called, and it's still a big air fryer. It's bigger than the Dreo Chef Maker, and so you can cook like a whole chicken in there. It's pretty big, but then it's still just a single air fryer drawer style. So I like that one. So the Clear Cook, I forget what size it is, but if you find the one with the window, that's the one I recommend. Um, I will say that I don't care for any air fryer that has, like, the oven style drawer or the door. The
Yeah.
drawer, I feel like you get a better crisp. You don't have because the beauty of an air fryer is that it cooks hot and fast, and so the outside gets crispy and the inside stays juicy.
Tender. Hmm.
Yeah. So the longer you have to cook the food, the drier it's gonna get on the inside.
Yeah.
So I feel like just the way that the drawers or the oven door style one is made, I feel like it doesn't get as crispy as quickly. So I always go for it because I'm like, if you wanna just bake something, use the oven. Usually everyone has an oven already. But if you really want the air fry effect, I recommend the drawer style. And the smaller they are, I think the more
Effective.
effect you get. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents on that one. Yeah. Let's see. Sing It says, I was a vegan for a year and a half, got married and fixed fried pork chops for hubby, tasted, got sick, got over it, and never stopped eating meat. Wow. That would be hard to make fried pork chops and not be able to eat them. I mean, it's like we talk about cooking food for the family and like watching people eat all these delicious sweet treats and stuff. I can't even imagine watching people eat steak and barbecue and wings and not being able to eat it. That would be even worse, I think.
Well, I mean, I I don't know. I think that at some point your brain starts to say like, "Oh, that thing is bad for
Mm,
me." So like I look at a baked potato and I'm like, "That thing is not good for me." to the point where I'm like, I'm repulsed by it
Mm.
and I don't want to eat the thing, or like French fries or, whatever. Um, but it's also like, am I telling myself that I don't like it because I know the impact it has later on, whether it's like with water retention or, like inflammation or whatever. And so then I tell myself that it doesn't taste good and I'm repulsed by it so that I don't try to eat it.
Mm.
I don't know.
Well, it's amazing what our minds can do as far as like telling us things about food. Cause like,
Right.
I was in the paleo primal scene for a long time and like meat quality was a really big deal. Like it has to be grass fed, grass finished, or else it's,
Garbage.
garbage. And so like the tubes of ground beef at the store,
Chuck.
I like had in my mind because you see the pink slime video, like all of that. I was like, that is disgusting. Like it's like not even food. And I kind of changed my views about that over time. Like it's, it is conventionally raised, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It still has. And the first time I bought some and I cooked it, like I was having a visceral like ugh, response. I was like telling myself, I have to like get over this. But
Yeah.
in my mind, I was like, this is going to be disgusting.
Yep.
And it wasn't. It was just ground beef.
It was
And
beef.
it was fine, and now I have no problem with it whatsoever, but I had to overcome that mental hurdle, and that was all in my head because it's not like
Yeah.
I had tasted it before and I was like, "Oh, that tastes bad." It was because of all of the things I had listened to about how conventional meat was so terrible,
Yes.
and then I had to just, like, get over it, and now it's like, no problem.
No biggie.
So it's amazing what your mind can do with that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Alright, well, we are over an hour now.
Yes, we
Um
are.
Dustin says, "Happy birthday to both of us." Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Let's see. I wanna make sure I don't miss anything. Uh, Patty says, "Thanks for the air fryer info." You're welcome. Oh, Chris says, "Weird Al has a song, Grapefruit Diet. It lives rent-free in my head." I have not heard that one. I will have to look it up.
I'm going to choose not to since things like live rent free in my head all the time. There's a lot of tenants up here
Oh, goodness.
that don't do
Oh,
much for me.
yeah. Um Carissa says, "I have an
Ooh, all
all stainless
stainless.
steel Cuisinart air fryer,
I bet
with
that's
the
nice.
oven door from Costco, and it is very good. It's better than the other drawer style air fryers I've used." Yeah, I have not tried that one. I have been tempted though, because I
It's
do have
stainless.
exactly, I do have reservations about nonstick. Like, I use it, it helps in certain ways, make life easier, but I do have that, like, in the back of my mind, like, should I be using this? So I've thought about that one and definitely as far as I know, that is the main one that's available that is stainless.
Stainless.
I did just recently get an email from Kosori asking me to review some stuff, and one of them was an air fryer that looked just like the Cuisinart, and so
Mm.
it was stainless steel also. So maybe I'll tell them that I'll review it for them, and we'll see. But, for a long time, the Cuisinart was the only option if you wanted to stay away from the nonstick, so
I feel like more companies should do that.
yeah. I mean, but it's tough because they make a product that's stainless steel, and then it's really hard to clean,
So
and
people
then
don't
people
want
are
it.
upset because it's so hard to clean, and it's like, I can't win."
It's yeah, there's like a limited number of people who are definitely like, I
Yes,
will always choose stainless over this.
yes, yes,
So then it's like the market cap is pretty
yeah,
low and
and those people know what they're getting into by buying it. Other people are like, "Oh, I'm just gonna buy an air fryer," and then they're like, "It's terrible to clean. Why?" So it's a struggle. All right. So we will be back next week, same time, same place.
you got
And
it.
thanks for joining us on Coffee Chat